My name is Tracy Cheek, and this is your marketing update. Today we are talking about ongoing maintenance for your website. If you recall, last time we discussed the various aspects of a website using a car as an analogy. Today we will continue that analogy and focus on the engine of the car and how to keep it running properly. If you recall, there are two key components to a website: what you want it to look like, what you want it to do. So today we're talking about the what you want it to do. There are a lot of moving parts and that keep a website functioning properly. And like cars need regular oil changes and tire rotations and regular maintenance, websites do too. And like cars, where that maintenance happens under the hood and you may not see the changes that are made, websites, it's the same thing. It happens on the back end of the website. The look and feel, which you want it to look like, may not change, but there are changes that need to happen on the back end to keep your website doing what you want it to do. So what is ongoing maintenance and what does that look like? Many of the components that keep a site up and running, like the CMS, which is WordPress for most people, plugins, security updates, shopping carts, all of those things are offered by third-party vendors, and those vendors are always upgrading their products and services. They are keeping up with technological advances, consumer demands, security risks. So it's an ever-changing environment. And the changes that the vendors are making do not automatically transfer to the back end of your website. You can set your website to automatically update when updates are released. The risk is that sometimes these updates crash a site. So if it's all set to happen automatically, your site may crash, and if you're not paying attention, you won't know it. If you don't want to take that risk, you can go in and manually update, but the risk of crashing the site is still there. You need to understand what the updates are, what the risks are, and what you're going to do if that update crashes your website. So with all the risk of crashing, why should you do anything at all? If it's functioning, if it ain't broke, why should we fix it? Well, like a car, if you don't perform ongoing maintenance, it'll break down on the side of the road at some point. So, and with a website, it'll crash. You can have increased security breaches. You can have broken shopping carts, lost revenue. There are all kinds of problems if you just ignore it and do nothing. And like all car problems, website problems can and will likely ruin your day. So the big takeaway here is that your website needs ongoing maintenance. You need to be checking in regularly, making sure it's functioning properly, see if there are any updates that need to be installed, what you're going to do if that doesn't work. And if you don't want to do that yourself, then you need to find somebody that you know, like, and trust to do it for you. A website is a big investment, and the only way to keep it up and running and to make it last as long as possible, to get the most miles out of your car possible, is to perform the necessary ongoing maintenance on the back end of your site. So that's your update. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.